I want to redo Challengers with me, Zendaya, and Tom. That's all I'm saying.
There's these two white boys who, if I was a teenager, I'd be really obsessed with them.
Isn't Ratatouille a rat?
Uh-oh, I'm getting high.
Zendaya!
Zendaya's new movie. Mommy, it's like Zendaya. Fangirl Central. Hello, everybody. We're back with another episode of Fangirl Central. I'm Amanda.
I'm Amber. Okay, we're doing an emergency episode. We're doing an emergency bonus episode because we just saw the Challengers, and we need to talk about it before. We need to talk about it while it's relevant, and we're trying to stay on the trails of the hot topics.
Yes. I mean, we're not okay. I'm not trying to stay on the trails of the hot topics. I just have stuff to say, and I feel like by the time it comes out later, it will be irrelevant.
Okay. And I think, okay, I see what you're saying. Is this your foot?
Yes, Amber, like I'm on my side of the table.
I need to spread out.
Okay, you need to then get that way then.
Why are you right here?
Because we're supposed to be looking at each other. This is a podcast.
What is happening?
We are currently testing out some scheduling. We are currently about to record an episode about Glee. That's the only teaser you're gonna get.
I was gonna tell them everything about it just now. If you hadn't said that, explain.
No, we're good to do an episode on Glee. It's not like a review episode or like a rewatch episode or anything like that. You'll just have to see when it comes out. But we're about to do that, and we're about to record an episode of Glee while crossed. So I have just taken a heavy dose of tincture and am going to be sipping on something. And Amber made herself a cocktail.
I made myself a cocktail, but I'm not sipping on it yet.
So we're
actually, you know what?
We're probably gonna have to.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you restricting yourself? Like, you're not gonna feel it right away.
It's Saturday. I just took a really small sip.
It's Saturday. We're in our Muppets vibe. Like we are bopping around.
We've been on a Muppets vibe. You know what we have.
We're bopping around.
What I want to say is, for all the viewers, I do want to talk about our setup, or should I wait till the other episode?
You always do this.
But
it.
It's
Just continue.
So cute.
Continue. This is a podcast.
So today we have little Sully. Amanda got me this stuffed Sully as a housewarming present. He is the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, take that off of him. He's cute without it.
Look at him. Look at him.
He is really precious.
And then look at his little tail. Oh.
He's really cute.
He honestly makes me cry.
This is
the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I got it while I was at Downtown Disney, which I'm going back tomorrow because there's a TARDIS in Downtown Disney for some reason. This week it just dropped.
You're going tomorrow?
Yeah.
When?
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
Because there's a TARDIS.
Can I come?
Sure.
I don't want to come. I don't want to go. I'm tired.
So annoying.
Oh.
Can I eat it? I ate it. What did you say? Can I eat them?
I ate
and
them.
Our parents were like, no, Amber. I ate some. That's literally, you do that all the time now. That is you. But
stay on my business.
There's a TARDIS in Downtown Disney, and I'm going tomorrow. And I've always wanted to see the TARDIS in person. Every time there would be a TARDIS in London, I'd be so fucking jealous. I'd be like, get me a fucking TARDIS here right now. I will cry. I'll openly weep. Like, there was a pink TARDIS for Barbie because Ncuti Gatwa was also in Barbie. I'm guessing that's why they did it.
Uh-huh.
I want to see the TARDIS.
There was a pink TARDIS that I just read.
There was a pink TARDIS.
Can I say something negative? I feel like that. Not about Doctor Who. I feel like the Cheshire Cat stuffed animal wouldn't be that cute. I feel like they would not make it cute.
There's a lot of Cheshire Cat stuffed animals, and
I
don't really. I mean, the character Cheshire Cat makes me uncomfortable because I love him as a character, but I do not think he's cute at all. And I love cats, and it makes me upset that I don't think that he's cute.
I agree.
Like, I want to think that he's adorable, but I don't. He's scary, which is what he needs to be. He's a little unsettling, and so is his voice. And also, it's unsettling that his voice is the same voice as Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh is really, really amazing and adorable, and the Cheshire Cat is so unsettling.
Wait, first of all, I never put that together, but that's definitely the same voice. And then Winnie the Pooh is amazing. Winnie the Pooh is really amazing and adorable.
Stop. Stop.
He's so cute. He just wants some honey. Oh, and he stretches every morning.
But I love Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland.
Around. Is that Winnie the Pooh or is that PB Bear?
It is.
It's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my God, who watched PB Bear?
Remember PB Bear?
We got it at Blockbuster
with Millie the monkey.
It was renting. We would rent it. We didn't have it. Like we didn't own it.
No. It was on.
Was it Netflix?
It was in front. No,
we rented it.
No, it was in front. No, we had the VHS.
We do?
Yes, and yes, we had the whole VHS.
I thought we rented those.
PB Bear.
PB Bear, I'm sorry. No,
that's what it's from.
PB Bear.
It's the monkey.
It's the monkey.
Up, down, down.
Okay, I thought that show was disturbing.
Me too, because the duck.
And the mean version of PB Bear.
His cousin.
And everybody's like, why is PB being so mean?
We had you're going to remember this. We had 2 VHS tapes. Both the covers were both PB Bear. One was the video or the movie that we're talking about. The second was a very strange film. And we were like, this isn't PB Bear. It was something about people in a desert. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
it might have been something religious.
You're remembering but why did it say PB Bear on it?
It was a
misprint.
It was a misprint. They sent us, and we were like, this is not more PB Bear content, and it was disappointing.
Before we get into challengers, I want to unbox something because I bought something crazy. It was way more expensive than it needs to be, but I saw it and I had to have it. Okay, so if you're listening, then you're just gonna have to bear with me right now. PB, bear with me.
Amanda.
I hope that y'all can't see my address.
Ah!
If they can, Rachel, blur it out. I'm sorry. Oh, it's pink and purple.
Really?
I'm gonna start to cry. I'm gonna start to
Oh my
have
God.
a conniption fit, you guys.
Oh my God. This is the real one?
You guys. No, it's not the one that she wore.
Okay, Amanda, the way you texted it, it sounded like it was.
I didn't say that.
Okay, I will pull up the text.
You guys, it's literally the shrug that Miley Cyrus is wearing as Hannah Montana in the theme song and also The Other Side of Me.
The other side. The other side.
Oh, it's just a coupon. Okay, I thought she was going to write a letter or something.
Does it fit?
Oh, thank you for your purchase, Amanda. I hope you enjoy this iconic Hannah Montana piece. You're going to rock it. Love, Butterfly Scape. Butterfly Scape on Depop sells these like Hannah Montana pieces that there's no way this fits. It's definitely too small.
No. Oh, well, kind of. What I'll say is you did make it sound like it was the exact one.
No, I didn't.
You said...
Pull up the text.
You said she finds the exact pieces. And the word exact made me think you meant the exact one.
Oh, I mean, it's the exact one, but it's not the one that she wears. Those are two different things.
The exact one.
Like the exact piece. Like, it's the same piece.
Whatever. Okay, I feel like we're being very sisterly today.
I have to take this off because it will cut off my circulation. But I'm gonna display it. Oh God.
On a mannequin
in my home.
Put a wig on it.
Can you get over here and pull this, please?
Ugh, Amanda.
Just pull. Okay, no, just pull it. No, don't get up. Just pull it.
Amanda, this is too much. There's actually too much to happen. You're gonna need to get that off yourself. Okay, stop pulling. I'm not pulling. Let go.
Rachel, do with that what you will.
And then also, everyone, in our setup, I put out my One Direction study buddies. And so all five boys are facing the camera.
Okay, that was underwhelming. We'll see if that works.
My throat is really dry.
I can't believe that you put that hat on Sully. He looks better without it. Like you're hiding his face. He's a baby.
I just think
look at him. He's a baby.
He's a baby, but I just think it's fun that it fits him.
Okay, I would like to begin talking about challengers.
Me too.
And I don't even know how to explain the psychosis that I experienced in the theater. And then after, and then going back to the theater because we've now seen it twice.
Right. Like, and we're going to see it again. I just feel very. I just feel like I very much have seen another phenomenon like the ones that I would camp out for, even though it's not even a series, it's not an adaptation of anything. It's literally just a new story, and I love it.
I think that it's like such a culmination of a lot of different things. Like, I really love Luca as a director already. Like, I already saw, like, Call Me By Your Name to me is one of my 5-star movies, and I love the way that he directs. So that's number one. Is like, I like his aesthetic and his taste. I am bisexual. And then there's these 2 white boys who, if I was a teenager, I'd be really obsessed with them. I know it in my heart. And then there's Zendaya. And like, I got chills just saying her name. Like, Zendaya means the world to me.
I am so proud of Zendaya.
I'm so proud of her.
I am so proud of her because she is this woman. We've seen her from a young age. She's always talked about how shy she is. You know, I just really feel like I understand the challenge. That she, I did not mean to do that, but
and I'm ready for the challenge.
I'm ready for the challenge. Unhinged.
Let us know if you know what that reference is.
But I just feel like I understand the challenge that she might have had to like overcome in acting that she does constantly. Like with Euphoria, I haven't seen Euphoria, but like with Euphoria, with Spider-Man, even with this especially though, because I'm like, this girl is a powerhouse, and she is so bold, and everybody thinks that she's so bold and confident, and she is, but she's also shy.
Yeah,
and like it's such a weird, like it's such a weird oxymoron to live with, of being that way.
Yeah,
because I'm just gonna say it. I feel the same way. Like I'm like, I get stage fright at really random times, but then I can also go act a fool and like look like I'm just carefree and not giving a fuck about what anybody's thinking. And it's just a very like weird like mind fuck for me and people around me. And I feel like she just she talks about it the same way in interviews, and I'm like, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I saw
everything she's grown with.
I saw
every way that she's grown.
Yeah, I saw this interview of her with the 2 boys, and like it's like the you might have seen it. It was on Twitter. This clip of Mike. And he's like literally turned completely the opposite direction. And Zendaya's like, Mike, you good? And he's just like checked out. He's like so tired. And I saw the tweet. It was like, Mike, and she's like, sorry, it's the end of the day. We're getting a little loopy here. And then the tweet was like, Mike is like, his social battery is dead. Josh only speaks if you once spoken to. Zendaya is carrying this, and she's shy too.
Yes,
like, but she's a pro because she's done this for over a decade.
It's very much like she steps up to the plate when it's time. It's like it's go time.
I think she just like
an instinct.
She just understands that the job of being an actor, especially on her caliber and at her level, like part of the job is to do the interviews, and even if they're not enjoyable sometimes, like that's part of her job, and so she does it really graciously, and she's really good at it too. Part of her job is also being like a fashion icon and a model, which I think she does enjoy because it doesn't require her to talk.
Right. I think that she comes to these interviews with a bit like very much like, I know my social battery is going to be needing to be this much charged.
Yeah, and also
for
like
this whole week.
It's a job, so she's also performing. Like she's herself, but like it's an element of performance because she has to sell the movie,
right?
By talking,
and she says that in an interview. She's like, they were like, "How do you da 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 da?" And she's like, "Well, I'm actually very shy." And they're like, "How do you overcome that?" And she's like, "This is all an act." And she's joking, but it's serious. Like that's what it is. It's like, well, this is all an act.
No, yeah, it is. I mean, that's why people like, I feel like expect people to be super friendly and the same like personality that they give to people that they know on you. If you hear somebody talking to someone that they really know well, they're obviously not going to talk the same to you if you meet them on the street.
Right.
And I think it's like kind of baffling to people. This happens with some stand-up comedians specifically because they are themselves on stage, and so people expect them to be themselves right off stage.
Yeah.
But like, I think just Zendaya knows that. And off Zendaya, like her career has just been so interesting to watch because she started as a Disney Channel star, and many Disney Channel stars are talented, and I think people think that they're just automatically not talented because they're Disney Channel stars. But
weird.
most of them have really successful music careers, not acting careers, music careers. Like they're as serious musicians, like Miley Cyrus and Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo. Like they're well respected as musicians. But like Zendaya doesn't even do music professionally. She acts mostly, and she still sings in all her roles. Like she sings on Euphoria, she sang in Greatest Showman, and she's really good at it. She just like so happens to also like, I think that the craft that she dedicated herself to after leaving Disney Channel was more acting and producing.
Yeah.
This movie was produced by Zendaya too.
Yeah.
Like she produced Casey Undercover. She was an executive producer of Casey Undercover. And I heard like one of her co-star, the co-star that played her best friend, was like, Zendaya was a producer. So if I felt uncomfortable like in any costume or whatever, she was like, come to me. I'll change it. And she was very serious about being like, I'm not going to be, you're not going to put me in frilly dresses and crazy neon colors. I'm going to wear jeans and sweatpants and stuff. That was the Z Swagger era began.
That's because she's also a designer. She's also a fashion icon.
She's
got everything. But she's just honed in on like a bunch of different
talents.
Like literally anything she wants to do, she just does it.
She's so beautiful too. Like I'm like so obsessed with her. Like I said to one of my friends who hasn't seen the movie, I was like, I'm obsessed with Zendaya, and I think like if I was in high school, I would be like, and she's such an inspiration, and like I want to be just like her. But no, that's not what it is this time. I'm just super attracted to her. Like I'm like in love with her, and I didn't know that was what was going on when I was like obsessed with her on Tumblr and stuff in like the early 2010s. And also, I want to talk about the quadrants of stank. Okay, I came up with this.
Okay,
so there are 4 quadrants. Quadrant meaning 4. If you are not pursuing the talent and you're also insecure about your talent, you will be stank.
Right.
If you're not pursuing the talent, but you're also secure, you won't be stank. If you're pursuing the talent and you're secure in your talent, you won't be stank. If you're pursuing the talent and you're insecure in your talent, you will be stank. So it's like, the people that are...
If you're insecure, you'll be stank.
If you're insecure, you'll be stank. Basically. Like, if you aren't pursuing it and you're so insecure and you secretly want to, but you haven't admitted to yourself, I could do it. You're always saying, I could do that better. And in the same way, if you're pursuing it, but you're still insecure, you're still gonna be like... This is vulnerable because like I'm like, am I babbling? But it's like, you have to be secure in yourself or you're going to fall prey to being stank.
Yes.
And like I think all of us have before, and I think Zendaya is a perfect person to talk about surrounding this, being like a young black femme because like I was like up and down levels of stank towards Zendaya for sure since Shake It Up started, because I was like, well, she's living my dream. Like I wanted that exactly. Like I wanted to be a singer, dancer, actress on Disney Channel. And I was stank to her until I admitted to myself that that's what I secretly wanted, and then I started becoming obsessed with her. But then it would like spike out every now and then, and seeing challengers being seated in the seat for challengers, I genuinely was like, it's gone. The stank it's completely gone because I only feel excited about her. Same with like Io Adebri. Like I only feel like so thrilled that we're getting performances on this level and like roles for both of them on these levels, and like that's where the industry is right now, and just like really inspired and also like excited about the state of the industry for both of them. You know what I mean? Like I was like, holy fuck, she's just like on her game. She's worked so hard for this. She's worked years and years and years and years and years to get to this level. She's the youngest Emmy winner. Like
yeah. I mean, with Zendaya, it's very much of like, do I want to be her or with her? She's under that category for me. But also, I was stank towards her because of my dearest Tom Holland unhinged obsession that got out of hand there for a second back in 2017. Which I don't blame anyone involved, including myself. I don't blame Zendaya, I don't blame Dom, and I don't blame me. We were all young. Anyways.
You sound like you're talking about the subject matter of challengers.
I said to Amanda, I was like, I want to redo challengers with me, Zendaya, and Tom. That's all I'm saying. And anyways, but yeah, I was a little stank because I was like, well, what? But I never, ever liked any slander on Zendaya. I never liked well, she's mediocre. Well, what's the thing?
No.
And she has just gotten so good that watching her in Challengers, I was like, I am so proud of you.
Yeah.
You inspire me on the journey, and you seem really, really self-assured of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like you're in a really great place in life. You've got yourself a man that you love, evidently, from what we can see on this side. And so I'm just like, you know what, girl? I can't be mad.
No, you really can't be mad. And also, like,
I could never be mad.
on the, like...
Publicly or behind doors.
Also, I think we are uniquely positioned to love this movie because we are, like, Black femme, her age, been into and obsessed with a lot of white boys that look like that.
Now, can I say something?
And are, like, into a lot of different people. Like, I don't want to label you, but I am bisexual, and I feel like this movie is a bisexual, for, like, specifically, bisexual Black girls, like, literal dream.
Yes.
Like, literal, like... This is made for me. I'm attracted to all three of these people.
Okay, and yes, and what I want to say is there has been something going on in my brain where I'm, not attracted to white guys, just a lot of them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
And so...
New ones.
Yeah, new ones, y'all. Don't come for me like, what's going on in the front? What about those white boys?
All the One Direction study buddies are on the table for those of you listening.
Yes. Yeah, but no. So like new ones, I'm just kind of like whatever. Honestly, I think it's like a little bit of PTSD response. It's like, well,
absolutely.
Well, clearly they're gonna be that. I don't need that.
Absolutely, you remind me of everybody that's rejected me and that I have not been able to have.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. Yes, like that. But it's also like I have my white boys in my pocket.
I know.
I
have my white boys
enough, and you can't come here.
No,
we're out of space.
It's honestly like you can't come here. We're out of space.
Like there's absolutely no more space.
I also like they're demystified. Like I took them off a pedestal, and then I'm like, oh, everybody has the potential to make me go.
Can I say something? Now I'm gonna say something.
Wait. Everybody has the potential to make me go insane.
Everyone has the potential.
I have to say that because I wanted to get it clear. I'm not being like, ew, white boys, like that's so 2010.
Yeah, that's not what we're saying.
I'm saying like I took them off the pedestal, so it's not that I'm not attracted to cis white men anymore. Right. Straight up, they just are. I've evened the playing field.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Everybody else has the potential to get that for me now. Yes, and that honestly brings me back to my point where I'm like, I did not care about these white boys. When I saw this trailer, I was like, Zendaya's in a movie. It looks, and now the promo is everywhere, and it seems like this is going to be really big for Zendaya, and we have to go support Zendaya, our dearest sister cousin Zendaya. Like we have to go to the theaters and bring everyone. When our mom, we were with our mom right before we went to see it the second time, and we were like, well, we have to go see Challengers, and she's like, now what is Challengers? And both of us go,
Zendaya's new movie.
Mommy, it's Zendaya.
Like, we started whining at this woman like we haven't done it since we were like in
Mommy,
school.
it's Zendaya.
We were like, Zendaya. Anyways.
Like, you should know.
But yeah, so I was just kind of like, whatever. And even watching the movie, I was like, oh my God, she got these boys mesmerized. Oh, these boys are falling, fawning, fiending.
You couldn't tell me anything. If I saw this into high school, I would start to become a menace.
No, same. But to my extent, I didn't really care about these men until, and this is how it always happens for me, I saw personality. Outside of the film, in the interviews, in the clips, in the behind the scenes. And that's what happens to me. I say, uh-oh. There's a little bit of...
It's not like going to the extent that I would say, I'm going to use an extreme example, Andrew Garfield. Like, but it would have if I was a teenager.
And
like,
that's my point.
Because
same. I'm just kind of like, oh, these are adorable. Oh, I do see why they're the hype. Because everybody's freaking out over Josh O'Connor being like an adorable little rat.
Mouse. Rat. Oh my God, don't do it like that.
Rats are cute. Ratatouille. But
he loves Ratatouille. Have you seen that compilation? Every time Josh O'Connor mentions Ratatouille, he's obsessed with it.
That's so cute, but that's what I mean. But isn't Ratatouille a rat? Yes. Okay. So
his name is Remy.
I know his name is Remy. I don't think that rat's name is Ratatouille, everyone. Do not come for me.
That one will come for me.
But Remy is a rat. So is Remy ugly?
No, rats are cute.
Rats are cute.
Rat sounds like an insult.
We ain't rats.
Wait, wait.
Munchkins.
A little tangent. I saw this Reddit that was like, "Am I the asshole?" And it was like, my girlfriend is mad at me because I called her a rat. Her words. And it's like, she came in wearing a pink dress, and I said, "Oh, you look so cute like Minnie Mouse." And she said, "Oh, so you think I'm a rat? You think I'm a rat?" And then she didn't go out. She made us stay home because she really thought I made her look like a rat. She left. She won't speak to me. Am I the asshole?
No.
And I said, Minnie Mouse is a mouse.
Minnie Mouse is literally a mouse, and she's also a really
She's adorable.
cute mouse.
She's supposed to be like
she is
cute
literally
one.
the iconic feminine
like
divine of that world.
She's the Taylor Swift of Mickey Mouse.
Okay, girl. She needs to sit with herself a little bit.
I think she does, because I think that she reads as passive aggressive to me, to Daisy, because Daisy and Donald's relationship is not as perfect as hers and Mickey's, but I think that Daisy and Donald are more interesting. And what is it? What are their
I can't
names?
comment
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I cannot comment on their relationships. I
love Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I can't remember the lore. I just remember that
their great uncle is played by David Tennant now.
I just remember that thing.
Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge.
I always thought that rat was a greyhound.
That rat scares me to death.
I thought that was a
Mortimer.
He scares me to death
I
too,
hate him.
and I always thought that he was a greyhound. I remember the day I said in the greyhound and you said, "That's not a greyhound, that is a rat," and it really did not dawn on me. I was like, Amanda, you are absolutely mistaken.
That really disturbed me. It really disturbed me when you thought he was a greyhound. Remembering. What were we talking about?
I wanted to finish something about the boys.
The boys.
Oh, yeah. So like I just see how all the girlies are obsessed with him because he's adorable, and obviously Mike can sing. And also there are scenes in the movie where I'm like, yes, they're cute. Yes, that was hot.
For me.
For sure.
For me, I'm definitely
But I'm at bay.
I was definitely more attracted in the movie to Patrick than Art, but there were moments where I was like very, 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 very attracted to Art.
Mm-hmm.
And it was usually when it was from Patrick's point of view, because I like their dynamic. I like him in their dynamic more than I like him and Tashi's dynamic.
Yeah.
However, the dynamic that I love the most is the three of them together.
Me too. And I love that they are a throuple.
They need to be
I'm telling
literally
everyone.
The thesis. I know this is like debated, but the thesis, I think the central like what you're left with at the end of the movie is that these three cannot exist. Two of them cannot exist without the third.
Exactly.
Like genuinely, the relationship doesn't work without the third. They each balance each other out
because
it's
each
not a
person
love
needs
triangle,
both
it's a
of the
throuple.
others.
Yes, each person needs
literally
the other
needs
two.
both the other two.
And they literally balance each other out. Patrick makes Art up for a challenge. He will just roll over for Tashi, but he will be challenged by Patrick, and that's why she likes watching them both. Yeah. And that's why I don't even want to get into this.
I simply cannot. Like
watch the movie.
Just watch the movie. Good Lord. Okay. But I want to say a couple more things. One, I've been listening to just the Challenger soundtrack when I shower.
Me too. And drive.
I haven't been listening to it when I drive because I put it on when I was trying to back up and got really stressed. But that's my own fault because I turned it up really loud and I was trying to back up and I couldn't see shit. And then I was like, we're not going to listen to this while driving.
You have to do it while you're on the road.
I know, but I was just stressed.
Oh my God. I listen to it while I'm writing whenever I can't, because I've been really blocked this week and I had a really big deadline and I just genuinely, Amber knows this, procrastinated, and I had to put on the last Challengers, the one that's at the end, because it's like, because the first one gets cut off by the most traumatizing alarm I've ever heard in my life. Literally my college years were haunted by that.
I know. I noticed that in the shower. I was like,
stop.
It's like, keep on fucking playing. Don't be putting that up in there. If you're gonna put that in there, literally put Tashi's scream at the end. Spoiler.
I know.
I was like, put that in there.
Put her scream, because they put
you got the audience cheering. Where's Tashi's scream?
Please get me Tashi's scream on the phone right now.
And so, oh my God, I just gulped into the bar. I'm so sorry. ASMR. But
I'm getting high. The fashion, Zendaya's skin, and I'm sorry, I feel so bad objectifying her, but her ass.
Zendaya's ass is something that I did not expect to see. Now that is what they call a big surprise. That is Victoria's Secret. I was like, Zendaya's ass
Zandaya's ass, like, it like revived me. I was like, oh my God, you're kidding. What is that? What is that? What is that line?
The jazz dance.
I'm a real lady, but I'm such I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady.
Oh.
That's how I feel every day. But like that is how I feel with Zendaya, because I'm like, I feel empowered by her, but I also like, oh my God, the scene
She's so
where we
good.
see her play the first time.
Yeah.
And the boys are like, first of all, parallel, like they are mirroring each other the entire movie. I fucking love it. When they're watching her and it's like they're doing the same, and I'm like, that's how I feel. Like I feel like that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I think it's like such a like, it's literally like a bisexual fantasy, because I relate to I want all three of them and I relate to all three of them.
Yeah.
And so I can put myself in any of their shoes at any point, at any time, at any scene.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to look as fierce as Tashi, because Zendaya's like, I'm not a like tennis player, but like I approached it as dance.
Right.
And
I
like
saw that
those
too.
videos of her mirroring her double, like I'm like, this is magic to me.
Yes.
This is magic to my eyes.
Also,
But like
her whole like, I don't know, her really emotional scenes. I was just like, look at Zendaya acting in the face. And also, Zendaya's mouth is so iconic. When I look at her, I just see little Zendaya from Shake It Up and her little cheeky smile.
Hazy swaggers.
With her teeth and her like sideways smile. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Zendaya.
I fucking
love her. I love her. I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her.
Her hair looked so good in the whole movie. Like,
I
loved it when I loved it when she was in that tennis outfit and like her skin was just like glowing and her hair was like sleek in that fucking braid high pony. I was like,
yeah,
whoever did the hair, the makeup, and the wardrobe really came to collect.
Well, Zendaya got to pick, and that's why.
I mean, obviously.
Like, that's, like, Zendaya is like, we're gonna get someone who knows how to work with me.
Absolutely.
Which can't be said for a lot of Black women on set.
I just love, like, she's like a role model for how to hold yourself in the industry, too. Like,
and what to demand for yourself.
What to demand for yourself. It's like that scene in Renaissance, the concert movie, where Beyonce is like, as a Black woman, people don't listen to me as much, so I have to, like, be even more of a boss. I'm not mean. I'm never rude, but I know what I want. And it's like, then it cuts to the B-roll.
Yeah.
Of her being like, can we get 30 feet more of track? And the white guy
said
is like,
no,
like that doesn't exist. And she's like, okay, well, I was on Google last night. I looked it up.
So we don't get it.
We do have it. So please get it.
What the you have to be so embarrassed. Like, he had to go home and sit with himself. I hope he went home and sat with himself.
It's so annoying.
Don't be embarrassing.
You have to be as multifaceted as Zendaya is. If you're gonna be a Black woman in this industry, you have to be as multifaceted so that you don't look crazy and so everyone comes correct. She has to know what the stylist does. She has to know what the makeup artist does. She has to know what the hair person does, because it's not the same. Like, people aren't just not as knowledgeable when they're working with that.
Right.
And also, like, they will look at you crazy. Like, I have had like traumatizing experiences on set being a director with like a white male camera guy, cinematographer. Like, I hate it. I actually hate it more than anything in the world, which is why I was like, for the day I did meet One Direction, find me a Black girl that can hold the camera, because I'm not going to be on set acting like a crazy fangirl for One Direction.
For a white guy to be filming.
And telling me what to do.
No, absolutely not.
So
I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine.
I had so many of those experiences at USC.
Can I say something? Most of my bosses, I'm pretty sure I've only had women bosses.
Me too.
I've only had women bosses, and then there was one job where
I've had two male bosses. Where one of them was
where a white guy who was 2 years older than me was my boss, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if you don't get the fuck away from me right now, if you actually don't get the fuck away from me right now, don't even fucking tell me what to do. You old frat boy.
They
get
have
the fuck
the
out
audacity
of my face.
is the thing, is that they have the audacity. And then if you like come back to them with the exact same amount of disrespect, they're like, oh, she's difficult. Oh, she's aggressive.
The fuck up.
I'm like, I am.
She's aggressive.
Who are you talking about?
Fuck up. Take 2 steps back.
Who are you talking to? Like, I'm sorry, but who are you talking to like that? Like, and because Zendaya has started when she was really young. Anyway, I think that Challengers is a triumph. Even if you didn't like it, I can understand why it wouldn't be your taste. And I understand, like, watching it, some of the stuff like is actually opposite of your taste. But I feel like that is what, to me, sometimes dictates a really, really, like, a big triumph, because I feel like he's taken some big swings, and in a few years, like a decade, I feel like it will be a classic. Because it seems like he's so not pandering to what audiences want. That's someone with his own vision.
Yeah, he said, I want to make this film.
That's his own vision. And I think that for me, exactly my taste.
Right. And so many.
Exactly.
It was received well. It did well. Maybe
Zendaya
it was
is a
because
movie
of Zendaya,
star.
but
Zendaya is a movie star.
Zendaya's a movie
It was
star.
a combination of Zendaya's fan base and Luca's fan base.
Yeah, it was.
And honestly,
Yeah.
he's a really good filmmaker. He has a really good reputation. Film lovers know that he'll make a good movie. Zendaya.
And then people are just going to show up for Zendaya.
And then Zendaya. It's a perfect marriage. It's a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
You have iconic, talented celebrities like Meryl Streep. And then you put her in Mamma Mia, and it's a triumph. I feel like it's the same type of thing.
Oh.
And also, honestly, the same with like some of Paul Thomas Anderson's movies. Like, he just has a reputation now, but at the beginning of his career and before he was famous and known for Paul Thomas Anderson, there's a reason he has that reputation. It's because he was doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Before nobody else was doing crazy shit.
Yeah, honestly, this movie just made me feel really good inside and out, and I just want to like.
I think people have I feel like the like dumb reading of this movie is like the two boys are fighting over the girl.
I think that's the straight reading. I think that's what I think a lot. Like, I think there is a pocket of people who literally are just like, Zendaya got these boys fucked up, and that's it. But it's like
it's like crazy to me, because
and
it's not
and
a
the
straight
gay
movie.
shit goes over their head.
That's so
because they're
fucking-
straight.
The gay shit is so. I was like, me and Amber were looking at each other like. Because
so sorry. I was thinking about when he pulled the chair closer.
Oh my God.
With his foot.
Some of the gay stuff, like all the gay stuff, I'll say all the gay stuff, which is the whole movie, the subtle ones and the blatant ones, was so obvious to me that I have not seen it in I was like, is he really doing this? Yes, he's really doing this. It's fucking Luca, and it's a mainstream movie, and Zendaya's in it. Like, it's like Zendaya is in this movie. Zendaya is in this gay as fuck movie. It's explicitly gay. I don't care if the gay stuff went over your head. I'm sorry, but it's not a movie that's for you.
If the gay stuff went over your head, you're straight. That's just it.
It's so crazy. It's gay.
It's gay.
It's a queer film from the very beginning. The first fucking scene we see with the two of them, they're fucking basically making out on the tennis court because they won.
Yeah.
Like, basically, I'm like,
yeah,
these boys aren't straight. I know that there's homoerotic.
That
There's
was so
homoerotic
cute.
friendships with your friends and you're straight. And there's homoerotic friendships with your friends and you're in love with them.
Yeah.
And they are in love.
I was obsessed with when Patrick, and this is so close to when it was all over, all the downfall started. But I loved when Patrick came and then they chased each other around the court. I was like, this is actually too cute. These are two dogs running around the court. They're puppies and they're in love. It's puppy
and
love.
Wouldn't they be so excited if Tashi was there with them? And she would be like,
and
y'all
she
are
was just shaking her head.
She'd be like, y'all are stupid, and then she'd join in.
I'm sad.
And there's something about Black girls and their white boys.
Now
I'm gonna say it again. Black girls and their white boys.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this in any type of toxic way that maybe some people on Twitter would think I mean it. I mean, like, opposite ends of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Like, complete, like, black and white. If you're gonna go there, like, black and white. It's like black woman, white man, two ends of the binary, where it's like most acceptable, least acceptable.
Yeah.
And there's something about the freedom of being a black woman in this society causing you to not care about, be the opposite end of, like, the ideal. So because you're the fucking opposite, you're like, I'm obviously the opposite. Why would I strive for any of that?
Yeah.
Like, why would I strive for any of that? So we do this thing where we, like, create our own paths, and that's black girl magic. And that's, like, why sometimes white women are intimidated by black women in the workplace and in life. Just like, you're so carefree, you're so confident, why can't I have that? And it's like, girl, you can. You're just still holding on to those ideals that you were taught with.
You're
and
taking a test that changes the answers.
I learned
that didn't make any sense.
I threw away the test. I threw away the test when I was a kid.
Right,
Like, I threw away the test when I was a kid.
No,
I'm not
honestly,
even studying.
It's like,
anymore.
I don't know what, like, yes.
You're
exactly.
studying for a test that you are set up to fail.
This is not
and
a test.
I threw the test away.
This is an opinionated essay. and I'm gonna write my own opinion because y'all are doing something way different.
I'm studying. I am studying
something
for
I
that
could never even achieve, and nor do I want to.
Barbara, I am not studying for that test.
Because it's like, why would I subscribe to this? Why would I subscribe to this like idea of something that is so far off anything that I could ever be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how could I do that while
No.
also accepting myself?
No, you
Because
can't.
You cannot.
You can't.
You can't accept yourself if you really, really just want to be someone else.
No, you literally can't.
Like,
you have to throw it away. And that's why people, I say this all the time, but like people closer to that ideal, the straight, white, cis, hetero ideal, it's going to be harder for them to crack it open because they're so close.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the truth of the matter is nobody is it.
Yeah.
Nobody will
Nobody
is
it.
that ideal. Nobody, not even the straightest, whitest, most hetero man in the world is not it.
And that's why I said,
because those people that think that they're it have the most insecurities because it's fake.
Exactly.
You'll never live up to
Exactly.
it. It's fake and it's fucking stupid.
and to go a little offline or off track, that's why I said with the whole Love is Blind thing with that what was her name?
Lauren?
No, the one said she looked like Megan Fox.
Oh, I don't know her name. But the one that said Chelsea.
Chelsea. When Chelsea got a bunch of backlash for saying she's gotten comments about looking like Megan Fox, everybody who came for her and said, you look nothing like Megan Fox, I don't see it, you will never find happiness. I'm so sorry. But that girl has similar features to Megan Fox. I can 100% see how someone in her life or in her pathway would tell her, you resemble Megan Fox.
You have a passing resemblance.
A passing, whatever similarities. And for you to just rip her to shreds and be like, I don't see it, and she's delusional and da-da-da-da-da, that's you subscribing to society's norm that is only gonna fit a very slim percentage of people. And if you don't think that, if you can't look at this girl and see what she's talking about, you probably can't look at yourself and see that you are a perfectly normally and perfectly built and beautiful person, honestly.
Because when people who don't know the exact group of people you're talking about, you will never find happiness. The people who hear Megan Fox, they hear Megan Fox and they don't think about her facial features. They actually think like big boobs, big ass, big lips, hot girl.
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking in their head. They're not thinking about Megan Fox as a person and her specific face. She actually has a pretty unique face. She doesn't really look like anybody else. And there's plastic surgery that makes her look more like other people. But she's not the hot girl archetype. That's not it. She's a person.
Yeah.
And the guy, when he was like, she lied, like she doesn't look like Megan Fox. She just lied. And I think the things that he like cited were like those things, like surface level, like
body,
like,
but
like
look at
hair
her
color, like
look at her face, look at her mouth and her eyes, and like kind of like the way her mouth turns down a little bit. Like, it looks like Megan Fox. And we have not seen this girl when she was younger, and we have not seen this girl with dark hair or whatever.
She has dark enough hair, and she has a passing I'm sorry. I can see Louis, and he's distracting.
Louis!
I can see Louis study, but he was looking at me, and it was distracting me. Like I was like, I said, she has a passing resemblance to Megan Fox,
right?
Come on, y'all. But she's just in the South. But anyway, back to my first point: black girls and their white boys, because they're directly opposed opposites, and I think we proved my thesis correct. There's something about the confidence of Black Girl Magic where you're completely free of the rules, that you do what you want. That sometimes, I'm speaking generally because I'm making a point, but like sometimes white guys don't really see that in anyone else other than black women. You know what I mean?
The confidence?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only that like they are born with.
I think
like certain ones like are impressed by it because like
I think it's because, wait, tell me if I just repeat what you just said.
Okay.
But I think it's because like black girls have the confidence and white guys don't have the confidence. Like they know that they're supposed to move around the world as the most confident people because they are the most powerful.
Yeah.
But they are so insecure, and that's why they get so fucking angry when you tell them that they're the most privileged, because they hate themselves inside. So they're like, well, I'm depressed. But they would never say that. They'll just get mad at you and say that everything's equal.
Exactly. I'm like, honey, it's okay that you can't live up to the ideal.
Yeah.
You know that, right? But it's harder for me to live up to the ideal.
And I'm happy. So let's reach within. And let's look around.
Let's look at society. Let's look at what society tells us.
Yes.
Let's look at what society tells us.
Yes, because you have the answers to the test, my guy.
You have the answers.
You have the answers to the test.
you have the answers to the test. Even if you choose to throw away the answers to the test, you benefit from the answers to the test.
You got extra
you
credit.
got them.
You got the extra credit.
You have it.
You got it. You passed
so
the class.
It's just like
it was
I think it's just like a really interesting dynamic that I have not seen played out in a movie at all, where it's actually like that's at play.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people would look at this, Black people included, would look at this and be like, this movie's not racialized. Like that could have been any race of girl, and it would have not made it different. But I do think like there's subtleties in there to Zendaya's performance that I recognize, and it's almost like I can't even speak about. Like I can't even explain it. It's like a je ne sais quoi that she's got there. That's like, this is a Black woman, and so much is going on.
Well, it's also because. It's the same exact thing you could say about Zendaya. Like, Tashi has the Zendaya effect because it's played by Zendaya, but like everything about Zendaya's career, you could say the same exact thing.
And it seems effortless.
Yes.
To the outsider, it seems effortless. It seems like she doesn't care.
Yes.
There was a lot of like...
She mesmerizes Tom Holland. She mesmerizes Zac Efron.
She mesmerizes
and it's because of the way she moves.
And it's like also... on the opposite, it's like unfathomable that she could have weaknesses, and unfathomable that she's actually like very emotional. Like I can relate. Like I almost like wanted to compose a tweet that was like, if you are not a Black girl who has had the superwoman effect put onto you and like been put on a pedestal and thinking and being labeled the strongest friend and like just kind of a warrior, impervious to damage, unemotional, Black girl magic, strong Black woman, like pushes through it all, killing it, like Black excellence. If you haven't experienced all that and then had a mental breakdown the next day and like been surprised to realize that you indeed have emotions, you've never gone through that experience, maybe don't speak on how racialized Zendaya is in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, because that is like, she is strong on the outside.
Yes.
She's a human being.
That reminds me of the scene where she says, they ask her if she went to boarding school or why they went, and she said, no, my parents couldn't afford it. And both of them look shocked because they see her as this perfect girl with everything.
Right.
And it's like, this is a Black girl growing up in America. Whatever like conditions she's going through, like you cannot just think she's hot and has no problems.
Her character is so well rounded and like deep that I would watch an entire 6-season television series. I am telling you,
I want every
about her
second.
Backstory though.
Yeah.
About her growing up. Like, what was she looking up on Tumblr? Like, what movies did she love? What books did she read? She probably didn't get it upset.
I feel like
she didn't get obsessed with it. She was obsessed with tennis, but it's like, what boys was she into?
Yeah, who made her nervous? And I also want to see more of like, oh God, that scene in the cafeteria where she was like, did I say I wanted that? Cool. Like I was like, oh God.
Like,
she does want
that.
She's just a girl.
She's literally just on the defense. Like you made her so mad.
Like
you made her mad.
You made her mad.
She didn't want to look vulnerable. She didn't want to be vulnerable.
And then she was like, you're a shitty friend. And I think she was talking about you're a shitty friend to Patrick for saying all that, but she was talking about to herself too.
I think she was talking about to herself.
Oh, you think she was talking?
Yeah.
Okay, well then see both.
I think
when she said you're a shitty friend, I think she meant about to Patrick, and then when he said I know or something, and then when she said definitely Black, I think she was talking about to her. I was like, well, you are definitely to me, so bye. She's so cute. I love her. Well, yes. Okay, that's our quick drop in.
I was about to just stop.
We had to quickly drop in and talk about the challengers.
We had to. It was like an emergency. Like honestly, this is an emergency episode.
Cheers for the extra chaos this week. And
we're gonna see it again. Like I have to see this is, and also like I have to say we're gonna talk about it a little bit on an episode we're gonna have with Rachel Pegram coming up. But like, what is it like? Like, what are the signals of that you're gonna get into this and you're gonna be obsessed with this? For me, it came off the bat with that Trent Reznor Atticus Ross score and the combination of the shots and what was going on. Like it was within 30 seconds that I knew that it was over for me because I felt exactly how I did when I watched The Social Network for the first time.
Do you want to know what I think it was for me? The scene. I think I know the scene.
What was it?
The first time we watched it, I know when I was like, this is a really good movie, is when they were in the diner, and this is like pretty like late into the movie, but they were in the diner, and I noticed that Art over here and Zendaya over here, their conversation was making me, because the screen was so big, it was making me turn my head back and forth like a tennis match, and I was like...
I just got chills.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this movie is so good.
I got chills. I was like
every conversation, and then I noticed for the second
Yeah.
time that every single conversation that I have, he places them really far apart, so you do have to look at
I
it
know.
like a tennis match.
And honestly, knowing like that's like the most blatant metaphor in the movie is that everything is tennis and like every single scene is tennis.
Yeah.
And it's so simple that sometimes you can be like, oh, you're a genius. Like you notice that the movie is a tennis match. It's like, but that's not the point. It's when you're feeling it, when you're experiencing the movie, it does make the movie better.
It does make the movie better.
It does make you have the better experience watching it too.
Yes. But then when you think about, maybe it seems simple that's clear what it is. But think about how Luca had to think of this. Like, think about how his mind led to this idea.
And
like,
how many different ways he did it well.
That's a very interesting process to think about.
Like, he did it many, many, many different ways too. It wasn't just one shtick the whole movie. It was a lot of different ways, which is why I'm like, do I need to purchase an IMAX cinema so that I can watch this movie?
I know. Like, don't take this from the big screen. Leave it there.
Please don't take it from the. Leave it there.
We love the Challengers.
It's just Challengers.
Oh.
I want every single piece of item that they wore in the movie too. Like, I want to wear it as merch.
Same. Like,
I need that I Told Ya shirt. I need it.
Yeah, everyone's been getting that. I'm like, I think I should.
No, I need it.
I want the glasses. I actually want the poster in my house.
I need the poster in my house. If you have a 27 by 40 Challengers poster, hit my line. I'm not kidding. That you don't want, and it's in good condition.
Zendaya.
27 by 40.
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her.
In love with her.
It's honestly, don't talk bad about Zendaya in front of me. And also never say Zendaya in front of me. It's weird.
Never say Zendaya.
Okay. I'm Amber.
I'm Amanda.
And this has been Fangirl Central. Follow us on everything.
Please leave a 5-star review.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
It really helps. Subscribe to our Patreon.
We have an Avatar recap.
We
watch podcast thing.
Yeah, we have an Avatar rewatch podcast. The first episode is out, and the rest of them will be on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can follow us on Patreon at Fangirl Central, and we have a lot of things. Amber has a meeting Tom Holland vlog up on there.
Okay.
And I really do actually think every single time I say it as a joke, as if anybody. But I'm like, I think that it's required viewing at this point.
I need to go watch it myself because I forgot what's in there.
I have Doctor Who vlogs up there too. And then there's just bonus episodes.
Yeah.
And you can join our Discord.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, everybody.
Well, as always,
keep
it chaotic. I gotta run to the bathroom.